Good afternoon, students. So, yesterday we learned about the different ways to advertise and market through internet, the various tools which are available to do advertising and marketing via internet. Okay, so and we have seen about the different types of advertisements that you can basically post on a website. What are the possibilities that are available for marketing as well as advertising on the internet? And we saw search engine as a very powerful tool which can be used for advertising, and we learned about what are the types of advertising possible through search engines, because search engine is one main thing that people normally use in our daily life. We basically use search engines very often. So since many people are resorting to search engines and that has become a part of their daily life, we can use search engine as an effective medium for advertising. Okay, and we learned about the two types of search results that we normally have when we give a search query on Google or any other search engine of the sort. Okay, so we have when we give a search query, based on the keywords in the query, we'll be getting the exact match to the search keyword, and we'll be having the set of results that will be displayed on the screen for you, and all those links which are perfectly matching with the search keyword, those become to be called as those are basically called as organic results. And all those advertisements which has got a keyword which is matching with your search keyword, the advertisements which are also included as a part of search result, that can be called as paid inclusions. Okay, so we have, whenever you have a search query supplied through Google, you may have 10 links by default appearing on the first page of Google. You'll be having 8 organic inclusions, organic results, and maybe 2 paid inclusions, okay, depending upon the keyword. Okay, and similarly companies are purchasing keywords, because the more wisely you choose the keyword, whenever the user is going to use those keywords, whenever the results are going to be displayed, your advertisements will also be displayed along with the organic results. So basically companies are purchasing keywords. Okay, so they got to think wisely in order to decide the set of keywords which are to be purchased, so that whenever those keywords are getting matched with the user search query, their advertisement links will definitely be displayed on the Google's page. Okay, so we saw that also, and after which we discussed about the different types of display ads, like banner ads, we have got video ads. Okay, so we have seen the different types, rich media content wherein you have all the multimedia capabilities combined together. You have video ads in which you have the normal advertisement sort of a video, and in some videos you can basically skip it up, and in some cases you got to definitely watch it. And we saw about different types of advertisements that are going to be displayed, like interstitial ads. Okay, so all those things we discussed yesterday, and today we're going to see email getting used as an effective tool for marketing. So we're going to see about email marketing first today. So what does email marketing is? We have certain advertising messages or marketing messages reaching us in our mailbox. Okay, so we have the companies sending mails to the customers regarding the products or regarding the different types of products that the company is going to offer. Okay, so effective form of online communication, marketing communication is email marketing. It's very low cost and high response rates, is having mass reach. We can send a message to n number of users across the globe. Ability to track and measure response, ability to personalize content, ability to drive traffic to websites for more interaction, ability to target by region, demographic, structure of population, and so on. Okay, so these are the features that are available to you once you choose email as a medium for communicating advertisement messages as well as marketing messages. Okay, so you can have emails to be sent to whole lot of customers. Before you send those emails, you can basically personalize those email messages so that the messages will directly go to the right person. What person is requiring what type of product, you can learn about that. You can categorize customers based on different factors. We have already learned demographic, psychographic, all those things, and we can target emails to the correct customer accordingly. So you can basically personalize email messages. Okay, so you can identify the target customer, you can send him emails accordingly. So all those emails which require products that are of interest to a particular customer only need to be directed to that particular customer. Okay, so you can have emails personalized. So I as a person may have a different interest than you. Okay, you will be having a different interest than me. So the type of messages that come to me will be different from the type of email messages which contain those marketing messages or advertisements that are directed to you will be different from those which will be directed to me. So you can basically identify the interest of a particular person and you can direct the messages accordingly. You can basically personalize the email messages. Then we have another marketing strategy, which is affiliate marketing. Okay, affiliate model we have seen, e-commerce model, we have seen one model called affiliate model, which is basically based on commissions. Okay, so likewise, commissions paid by advertisers to affiliate websites for referring potential customers to their website. So these are certain advertisers who actually get a commission when they earn potential customers for a particular site. So you can have, see, basically you have advertisement of one particular company is going to be prepared and taken up by an advertising company. Okay, you have Bima Jewelers, they are actually using one advertising company which is actually providing them with very good advertisements. So likewise, different companies are resorting to different advertising companies in order to prepare advertisements for them and thereby attract potential customers towards. Okay, so basically I think Vodafone, and there are certain advertisements which always win customers. Okay, so likewise you can think about using an advertising company which is having very idealistic, which is very idealistic, we've got very creative sense, so that the advertisements also will be very much creative and it is basically it can attract the customers. So when an advertiser is earning customer to a particular website, is bringing a potential customer to a particular website, then the advertiser is getting some commission. So this is basically the way in which an affiliate marketing works. We have a particular e-commerce website that is owned by one particular company. Now it has got an advertiser associated. The advertiser, when it brings a potential customer to the website and the customer basically makes a purchase, then the advertising agency is going to get a commission. So a firm pays a commission to other websites for sending customers to their website. So it can have customers, that is basically the advertisers will be receiving commissions for each and every customer entry into the website. Now gets paid if the customer click on a particular link or purchase a product. Okay, so whenever a particular e-commerce link, a company's website is going to be clicked, any link on it is going to be clicked, then the so and so commission is received by the advertiser who has actually brought the customer to the website. So in order to bring customers to the site, we can engage advertisers, and what this advertisers gain through allowing customers visit a particular website is basically commissions. Okay, so whenever a particular potential customer is brought to an e-commerce website and thereby he makes a purchase, the advertiser who is responsible for bringing the person to the website and thereby make a purchase is going to get a commission. So that is the essence of affiliate marketing. Now we have viral marketing. See, viral, this is one word which is very much familiar to us. Okay, videos going viral, songs going viral, films going viral. Okay, so we have seen this particular word called viral, which means that there is a lot of attention captured by that particular piece of, maybe a video, maybe an image, whatever it is. Okay, so if any piece of media content that is receiving the attention of whole lot of customers on the internet, the particular media content is said to go viral. Okay, so the process of getting customers to pass along a company's marketing message to family, friends and colleagues, that becomes the essence of viral marketing. So via viral marketing, we can have a marketing company's message go viral. Viral in sense, it gets communicated from one person to another very fast. Okay, it comes to you, from you it goes to your friend, from there it goes to your colleagues, your friends, your family members, everything. Okay, so you have any post on WhatsApp getting viral in sense, you get one WhatsApp message, you directly forward it to a number of friends, and those n number of friends will be forwarding the same to other n number of friends. Okay, so likewise, media content, it can be any media content that is gaining wide popularity within a very short period of time that is basically called to be going viral. So the media content is set to go viral. Likewise, we can send marketing messages to a number of friends or colleagues or family members within a very short period of time. Then we can tell that this particular marketing message has been going viral. So this is one basic method of communicating very fast to different communities. Okay, so that is viral marketing. So we have, it helps to spread the message faster, an online version of word of mouth advertising. What is word of mouth advertising? Mouth to mouth communication. I communicate some message to one person, that person communicates to a number of other persons, like this. Mouth to mouth communication. This is an online version. Viral marketing is an online version of mouth to mouth communication or advertising. Now it spreads faster, least expensive, it's less expensive. Google, blogs, social game sites used to be primary online revenue for viral marketing. So these are certain medium via these messages go viral. Okay, it goes viral through blogs, through social game sites, it goes through Google viral. Okay, goes viral through Google. So these are certain medium through which any media content can go viral. Now WhatsApp is another medium wherein any media content can go viral. So it is believed that customers are influenced by who share opinions about their products in variety of ways. Okay, so once a particular lot of people have bought one particular product and they've given several reviews, okay, I will be attracted towards that review that is given by a person whom I know better. Okay, so that is the essence of viral marketing. In viral marketing, you basically communicate a message to a person who is known to you. നമുക്ക് അറിയാത്ത ഒരാളുടെ അടുത്ത് നമ്മൾ മെസ്സേജ് കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേറ്റ് ചെയ്യത്തില്ലല്ലോ. അപ്പോൾ എപ്പോഴും നമുക്ക് അറിയുന്ന ഒരാൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് വിശ്വാസം കൂടുതലുണ്ടാവുക. എവിടെയോ ഇരിക്കുന്ന ആരോ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു റിവ്യൂ തരുവാണ്, ഈ പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് നല്ലതാണെന്ന് പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ വിശ്വസിക്കുമോ? ഇല്ല. നമ്മുടെ ഏറ്റവും അടുത്തൊരു സുഹൃത്തോ നമ്മുടെ ഏറ്റവും അടുത്തുള്ള ബന്ധുക്കളിൽ ആരെങ്കിലും ഒക്കെ പറയുവാണ് ഞാൻ ഈ പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, ഇത് വളരെ നല്ലതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വിൽ ഗെയിൻ കോൺഫിഡൻസ്, വിൽ ബിലീവ് ദാറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദി എസെൻസ് ഓഫ് വൈറൽ മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ്. ഒരു സാധനം വൈറൽ ആയിട്ട് പോവാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, ഒരു മീഡിയ കണ്ടൻറ്റോ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു അഡ്വർടൈസിങ് മെസ്സേജ് വൈറൽ ആവാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇറ്റ് ഗെറ്റ്സ് വൈറൽ മൗത്ത് ടു മൗത്ത്. അപ്പം ബേസിക്കലി മൗത്ത് ടു മൗത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു ഓൺലൈൻ വേർഷൻ. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് ഞാൻ ഫോർവേഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആർക്കായിരിക്കും? എൻ്റെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിനായിരിക്കും. എൻ്റെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സ് ഫോർവേഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന അവരുടെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിനായിരിക്കും. സോ ബേസിക്കലി സിൻസ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ബീങ് കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേറ്റഡ് ഫ്രം സംബഡി whom you know, so that it gains maximum confidence. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ ആ മെസ്സേജ് റിസീവ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആൾക്ക് വളരെ കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. ബിക്കോസ് അത് ആ മെസ്സേജ് റിസീവ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആളെ സെൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആൾ ഞാൻ അറിയുന്ന. സോ ഐ ഗെറ്റ് എ മെസ്സേജ് ഫ്രം സംബഡി whom I know, I get a review from somebody whom I know, so that I will believe more in that person. I'll believe more in that particular review that is given by that particular person. So this is the basic idea behind viral marketing. Now we have lead generation marketing. Okay, lead generation is the initiation of customer interest or inquiry into product or services of a business. Okay, so it's an initiation of consumers interest. See, I have seen whenever we search for something on the internet, we'll be getting something else. That is, we will be getting related mails to our mailbox. Okay, if you search for something, you will get the related mails. So it is identifying your interest, and those particular information which is related to that information that you have searched, that will be sent to your mailbox. So you have got different medium whereby you will be receiving certain messages that are related to what you actually search on the internet. Okay, so uses multiple e-commerce presences to generate leads for business who can later be contacted and converted to consumers. So if a particular consumer has searched for a particular product, then that particular customer is going to be identified. Okay, and later we can contact that particular customer, or even we can send email messages to that particular person, so that we may get that person as a potential customer. Okay, so we can normally convert a consumer who is a normal consumer who has searched for so and so product. Initially the details regarding the consumer is going to be got, the email address and everything is going to be trapped, and after which we can later, the company can later contact this particular customer and can convert the customer into a potential customer. So we can identify those consumers who have an idea of purchasing certain things which are available with you as a business firm, and later you can contact those people and can make them purchase your product. That is lead generation. Lead is any person who can be converted to a potential customer. So launch email campaigns, use social networks, blog, tracking interactions. These are methods whereby we can find out certain potential customers. Okay, So it is also called inbound marketing. So you identify each and every customer's interest, what they basically do on the internet, and you try to contact them later in order to convert them into potential customer. ഇപ്പോൾ ഓരോ കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സും ഏത് പ്രോഡക്റ്റൊക്കെ ആണോ യൂഷ്വലി ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റിൽ സെർച്ച് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത് അതിൽ നിന്ന് അവരെ മനസ്സിലാക്കിയിട്ട് പിന്നെ അവരെ കോൺടാക്ട് ചെയ്യുകയോ മെയിൽ മെസ്സേജ് വഴിയോ എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ വെച്ചിട്ട് അവരെ നമ്മുടെ പ്രോഡക്റ്റിലേക്ക് അട്രാക്ട് ചെയ്യാം. ദറ്റ് ഈസ് ദി ഐഡിയ ഓഫ് ലീഡ് മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ്. ആൻഡ് ദീസ് ആർ സർട്ടൻ ടൂൾസ് യൂസ്ഡ് ബൈ ഇൻബൗണ്ട് മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ് ഓർ ലീഡ് മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ്. ഈ വേർഡ്സ് പഠിച്ചു വെക്കുക കേട്ടോ. ലീഡ് മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ്, അതർവൈസ് കോൾഡ് ഇൻബൗണ്ട് മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ്. That is, the tools used by inbound marketing or lead marketing is email campaigns. You can have social network and blogs can be effectively used in order to do lead generation marketing, and then we can track interactions of people. That is another one tool whereby you can do lead generation marketing. Now we have social advertising or marketing. So this is basically the social networks that is basically used, the communities which are basically used for marketing. That is in order to drive your sales. So Facebook, Twitter, social game sites, etc. These are getting used for communicating marketing messages. So social sign-on, that is the 4 features of social marketing or advertising is: first one, social sign-on, signing to various websites through social network pages. See, we have seen certain web pages which will allow you to log in through Facebook. We have seen, okay? So likewise, you permit entry into certain websites through social networking. Now allows website to receive valuable social profile information from Facebook. So when you log into a particular website through your Facebook credentials, then that particular website will be able to get your personal information, because you would have signed up in Facebook with your personal information given. So once you use the Facebook credential to log on to a different site that permits you to do so, then the second site will be able to get your personal details. So that is one way whereby a website who is totally new to you, you basically try to log on to that website. The website is permitting you to log in with your social networking credentials, maybe your Facebook credentials, so that whenever you log on with your Facebook credential, what happens is your personal information is taken up or got by the second website. Then we have collaborating. The second feature is collaborative shopping. So creating an environment where consumers can share shopping experience with one another by viewing products, chatting, texting. Okay, so this is collaborative shopping. You can actually chat with different people of similar interests who have bought similar products before. You can basically chat with them, text to them, and you can take an effective purchasing or buying decision. Okay. So this is collaborative. So collaborative is in sense, before you buy something, you collaborate with certain consumers who have already bought this particular product. You get opinion from them. You can chat with them. You can text to them, and based on that, you can decide what to buy. Okay, so that is collaborative shopping. Now, network notification. The third feature is network notification. That is basically creating an environment where consumers can share, that is their approval or disapproval of products, services, or share opinions with friends. Like button in FB, similar example is like button in FB. So you can take the comments as such. You have certain comments made by people, reviews made by people that can be taken up by other consumers who wants to buy. So this is basically like icon in Facebook. You have the like button. So creating an environment where consumers can share their opinions regarding something, some product or whatever it is. Okay, so it's like you don't basically chat or you don't basically text there like in collaborative marketing, but you can find out what is the basic opinion of people. Say stars that you have. When you buy a product, you have 5 stars, 4 stars, likewise. So you can, that is one indication that this product is better or which product is not better. Okay, then you can have reviews like excellent, good, not good, that is medium, average, satisfactory. So all those things, these are certain notations that are displayed on the website which will help you to get an idea regarding the quality of the product, what people feel about the product. Okay, so that is network notification. Now the last feature of this particular marketing strategy is basically social search. Okay, social inbound marketing. We have got 4 features for inbound marketing. So this is social search. The fourth one, enabling an environment where consumers can ask their friends advice on purchase of products, services, and content. So this is an environment in which you can find out your friend. It's like in collaborative marketing, you may be collaborating with a person whom you don't know. Okay, and basically in the case of network notification, in that particular feature also, you will be finding certain notations that will be helpful for you, whether the product is good. 5 stars, it is good. So likewise, these are certain notations, like button. Okay, so these are certain notations from where you people understand that this is better, this is not better. Okay, this is one. The fourth one, social search, is one basic approach in which you can find out whether any of your friends in your social networking has basically purchased this product. Okay, so you can get opinion directly from your friend. That is where your confidence boosts up. Okay, if you get a review from a person whom you don't know, then that review is having only certain amount of weightage. Wherein if you're getting a review from a person whom you know, who is your friend, your close friend, then you will be having more confidence in that particular opinion. So some people often get confused. We normally, when we visit a shop that has got a lot of selections, as per costume, a dress shop, you're going to a shop wherein you have n number of selections of your choice, then you will be totally confused what to buy. Likewise, there are certain people who get confused when they see multiple brands of one particular product that they want to buy. So advices from these many people, advices from others, will be helping them to make an effective buying decision. So those advices that basically comes from an unknown person has got only a little amount of weightage, wherein if the review or advice comes from your person whom you know, who is your friend, then it becomes more useful, more valuable to you. So that is basically social search. So Amazon social recommender can use your social FB profile to recommend products. Okay, so that uses your FB profile to find out your friends who have purchased this particular product, and you can basically get connect to that particular friend and ask for reviews. Okay, so that is social search. Now we have another possibility, which is mobile marketing and advertising. So marketing on the mobile platform. Why mobile platforms? Powerful devices they are, faster networks, wireless local networks, rich media, social ad, ease of use. So these are features of mobile marketing and advertising. So why we need to use mobile platforms? See, nowadays as technology is advancing, devices are becoming smaller and smaller. Okay, so initially we used newspapers and magazines for advertising, then it came television sets we used, and then we have internet and the wide possibilities of internet. Now we use mobile devices or handheld devices also taken as a medium for advertising and marketing. So we have those are powerful devices, faster networks they are, wireless local networks, then rich media and video ads are possible, and ease of use is also there with mobile marketing. So mobile marketing basically include the display of use of display banner ads, rich media, that is voice and text communication combined, video, games, email, text messaging, or QR codes. So these are the various forms of mobile marketing. So apps and mobile platforms, users can be able to experience shopping, buying products, etc. Apps provide users much faster access. So example, Apple iTunes app. So you can have those e-shopping apps which are available in your mobile. So those apps are becoming very fast. Okay, so when you do something via app, it is very fast. So faster access, faster communication is possible via apps. Then multi-channel marketing. So we're moving from mobile marketing, wherein you're going to have all this marketing, advertising, and purchasing, everything done via mobile phones. Now we have multi-channel marketing, in which marketers use multiple channels to touch the consumers. That is, they use different forms of media, all types of media, like TV, newspaper, radio, everything is going to be used for marketing. So any marketing firm that uses different ways to communicate with the consumers can be called as multi-channel marketing. So combining offline and online marketing efforts. Online marketing efforts are via internet, email, and search engine, all those stuff. Mobile marketing, all those are online. And offline in sense, your newspapers, magazines, etc. Advertising are basically done through those. So you can combine both. Multi-channel marketing people will be combining both offline and online marketing efforts, and it becomes very effective as well. Now we're going to see about, this is the last topic of the day, customer retention strategies. What are the different customer retention strategies? This is very important because we need to have our customers be with us for long. We should not lose any potential customer. We, in sense, a business firm should always try to retain its potential customers without losing them at any cost. So internet offers several marketing techniques to build a strong relationship with the consumer. So first one is personalization or one-to-one marketing. Second is internet-based advertising. Okay, so these are certain strategies used by companies to retain consumers. So one-to-one marketing is basically called as personalization. So it is segmenting the market based on precise and timely understanding of individual needs, targeting specific marketing messages to those individuals, and then positioning the product. So form of market segmentation, targeting and positioning. This we have already seen. We try to understand. See, any particular advertisement is of no use if it attracts no consumers. So we need to have the basic characteristics, the basic needs of a consumer properly understood before any email message, any marketing message, any advertisements can be directed to that particular person. So we divide consumers into segments depending upon their taste, depending upon their interests and needs, and after understanding each and every consumer, we'll be directing the advertising messages accordingly. So that is personalization. So I have personally, as a person, I'll be receiving only those advertisements. I'll be receiving marketing messages regarding only those products that are of interest to me. എനിക്ക് ആവശ്യമുള്ള മാത്രമേ എൻ്റെ അടുത്തേക്ക് വരുള്ളൂ, because I as a person has been properly understood by the marketing firm, and then only they'll be directing advertisements to me. So I will be getting only those advertisement messages or those marketing messages regarding products that are of interest to me. Okay, so that is one-to-one marketing. Now we have internet-based advertising or behavioral advertising. We'll stop with this. Using search queries and clicks on results to behaviorally target consumers. So we'll be using search queries which are provided by consumer to understand the consumer. Okay, so we can take into consideration different factors in order to understand a consumer. One is demographic, psychographic, all those factors that we have learned that help us to understand a person. Second is we can basically track the activities that the consumer do on the internet. Basically the search queries can be basically tracked in order to identify what type of products are of interest to a particular person, and retargeting the ads. So showing the same as to individual across multiple websites. So you will be retargeting the ads to the particular person. So showing the same as to individual across multiple websites. So we have the search queries and clicks on results to behaviorally target consumers. So basically focus on the search queries applied by the consumer in order to understand the consumer better and thereby retargeting the ads to them. Okay, so we'll stop with, and the rest of the topics will continue in the next class, and thank you for your patient listening.